I'm Venu Keller. Welcome to Venu Inspires. It's time to give your children a childhood they won't have to heal from. Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. Today I wanted to talk about how do we get our kids to listen to us? What I have noticed, especially lately with my own twins, is realizing what is their formula. And we can really figure out what their formula is when we really get present and we listen. There are times that I too don't see my own blind spots, and I make decisions to, correct my child or raise my voice. And what's great is that my husband definitely helps me see my blind spots. And the other day he came to me and he says, you know what, I really can appreciate why you're trying to, teach our daughter to appreciate herself and to, pick the right friends that light her up. And he said, and the way that you're going about it probably isn't the best way, because I think that it's hurting her feelings. So it was hard for me to hear that. And I heard it. So after that conversation, I had the conversation with my daughter after she got home from school. And I asked her, what did she hear about what I said last night? And she told me. She's like, these people's standards are here because of this, this, and this. And my standards are here because this, this, and this. I said, did it make sense? She said, yes. And I said, if I could have said it in a different way, how would I have said that? And her tonality changed and the communication changed. And I asked her, I said, so if I said it that way, would you hear me? And she said, yes. And I said, would it hurt your feelings? And she said, no. So first of all, taking ownership and realizing that we can be passionate. We can be, want something so much for our kids, especially because of our own past experiences, that it comes across as, blaming or shaming. And that's not my intent. And, when people say, do you walk the walk? Do you walk your talk? I will say this, yes, and I'm not perfect. I still have areas that I'm working on. And the strategies that I give these families that work, I also get reminded to use them, and they work. And our children get to hear us, and our children get to make better choices when we're able to have a discussion through ways that they're going to receive it. It's understanding what is their formula. Just because we think that they'll listen this way if we, elevate our voice, or, some kids might want you to write things down, write it in a note for them. Some kids might want you to play a game with them and really get them engaged in your presence and being with them, and then have a discussion. So the tip I have for you today is to be present with your children and ask them, if I was going to say this in a different way, or if you were going to receive this in a different way, or if I wanted to explain something to you without hurting your feelings, how would I do that? What would that look like to you? Let's start figuring out what their formula is, and they will start to listen more. They will start to receive what you're saying more. And not only is it giving us an opportunity to bond more with our children, it's also giving them an opportunity to realize that everybody receives things differently, and they're worth it. They are worth us asking them, how do you want to receive this information? What would it take for you to understand what I'm saying and receive it and take action on it? I will see you next Wednesday.